participant to join before I continue with my teaching. I have actually 6 items. Yeah, I have 5 items that I just want to share across with everyone that joins today, and how they can actually leverage the blockchain, which is a rising force that is spreading like a wildfire. So welcome guys for coming. We're still waiting. Immediately 8:11, I should just start with my lectures. Um okay, I'm admitting a lot of people now. Okay. So I think I need to start now. I need to start. I had 8 participants. It's okay for us to start, and let's wait for the others while they come and they can like follow up with what we're discussing. So first of all, start and survive with blockchain technology. I know a lot of us might have heard about blockchain technology. If you've heard about blockchain technology, and I think you're lucky because it's a new technology that a lot of people don't know. And luckily for us, after this webinar, the video recording, I'm recording this particular webinar. We're going to upload it to our YouTube and other channels for people to watch, people that are not opportune to be here. So first of all, the blockchain technology. Okay, yeah. So blockchain is an immutable ledger. It's an immutable ledger that cannot be tampered with. It's transparent, and it allows people. It allows a kind of a peer-to-peer network between individuals. And sometimes I kind of wonder how this technology can help the Africans. Yeah, it can help us a lot because of our corrupt governance, our corrupt leaders, and can help in different industries actually. So basically, getting to know what blockchain technology can hyper make you feel, can actually lead you to another aspect of what you can do with this blockchain. So we know the first concept of blockchain was Bitcoin. That's the first cryptocurrency that runs on blockchain, which is the Bitcoin. Before there wasn't anything about blockchain. The first stuff Satoshi Nakamoto only invented. Oh, Satoshi Nakamoto only invented Bitcoin. Yeah, he wrote his white paper 2009 that there will be a peer-to-peer currency, a peer-to-peer currency between parties. And as we started growing, as the Bitcoin started growing, started getting acceptance by different countries, people started noticing the technology in which it was running upon, and which is the blockchain. Before it was just Bitcoin. Nobody knows about blockchain. It was just the Bitcoin, the peer-to-peer, what he wrote in his white paper, the peer-to-peer currency, digital currency, actually, peer-to-peer digital electronic currency that can be used to buy goods without no intermediaries. Then as we keep on growing, as we keep on moving forward, it started metamorphosing. People started getting knowledge about the blockchain technology. So the blockchain technology, we all know is transparent. 3 characteristics of blockchain technology is that it's transparent, immutable, which it cannot be tampered with, it's transparent, and we can see what is happening on chain. That's the transparency actually. So if you get to know about blockchain, if you've heard of blockchain, then I think it's good. We can now go forward to how the blockchain technology itself can be used, the uses of blockchain technology. and how this technology can be used in our daily life, especially how it can be integrated. For example, how it can be integrated to African countries. Like blockchain can be used in different industries like the financial sectors, like the health sectors, farming sectors, every sectors. The blockchain can actually work in all sectors, but I'm going to be concentrating on the fintech, that is the finance sector, because there are a lot of corruption starts with greediness. Like when you're very greedy, there's this kind of a tendency of you corrupting anything that you touch. So a lot of can you mute your mic? Okay, I think I can mute you from here. Oh. So a lot of this technology can be used in Africans because of most of our corrupt leaders, since it provides a transparency between individuals, between corporations, between organizations. If integrated to our finance sector, for example, the Nigeria financial sectors, because for example, there is this coronavirus of a thing. There were a lot of donors, a lot of big politicians who donated, big businessmen, rich men who donated from billions of naira. And actually, we didn't see this money being put to play or being used to help or fight against this coronavirus. We didn't see it. We didn't see what they use this money for. But for example, it's naira is on chain. For example, we have naira on chain. Definitely, we can see. For example, naira is on chain. We can see how this, for example, Dangote donated the money he donated. We can see this transaction on chain and we can monitor how it is being spent. So that is one advantage of money being on chain or being naira being minted on chain. So we can see how it is used and how everything where it's been allocated to. But instead of us to see where it's been allocated to, they told us the office of the financial accountant got burned. So got burnt. So that was the end of the money. That was the end of the money because we couldn't even track how this money was being spent. So blockchain will be very useful and it's very useful if integrated to African continent. Like I use example as for in Nigeria, if integrated to the financial sectors. But good news is a lot of banks have been integrating this blockchain technology might to their platform. I know of UBA and I know of Sterling Bank. Sterling Bank, they have been integrating this blockchain to their to their platform. So Telos platform as a blockchain project. So Telos platform as a blockchain project. We all know Telos is a multi-purpose platform. It's a multi-purpose blockchain project. So Telos is actually a purpose platform where AIM meets people. We can see Telos as a multi-platform because there are things people don't understand about blockchain. Blockchain, you can actually have about blockchain projects. I mean, so blockchain projects, there are two types of blockchain project. It might not necessarily be accepted by everyone, but this is how I actually group blockchain projects. They are either a blockchain platform project or a blockchain crypto project. Blockchain crypto projects are actually different from blockchain platform project. So the blockchain platform project are the projects which accept the deployment of dApps, which means you can deploy decentralized application onto it. Some of these projects are Ethereum, Telos, EOS, Boss, and other platform that allows the decentralization of application to be developed and deployed upon them. Why some of these crypto projects, yeah, the crypto projects are basically Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is just a project, a cryptocurrency project, and not a platform project. It doesn't allow the deployment of applications. So most of these cryptocurrency projects are basically financial projects, are basically financial oriented, like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is basically for transacting. It's basically for transacting, and the white paper actually made us know this. It's basically for transacting currencies, transacting business with a cryptocurrency. And Horizon also is a cryptocurrency, but I kind of hear that they are trying to build a platform where people can build where people can build applications on top. For now, is Horizon is a cryptocurrency. Steam also is a cryptocurrency, but it's also a platform. Is a cryptocurrency and a platform for the fact that you can use Steam to transact. It's kind of, it can be used in financial sector, and also because it has a DApp. So it kind of has this intertwine between it, the Steam it, and which other we have Neo. Neo is a smart contract project. Sorry, I made a mistake. The platform project I was trying is actually smart contract project. Like, it's a smart contract. Smart contract is a kind of way where you set an information on code, and this code executes exactly what you say. For example, I'm trying to rent a house. So I have a conversation with my landlord, and I'm going to pay so amount every year. So every year I will always pay this money. The smart contract between me and my landlord was the day I spoke with my landlord about the payment system, how I'll be paying for the house rent. So there is a contract between our two. But in blockchain, the smart contract is basically written on code, in code. Oh, yeah, welcome guys. Yeah, welcome. So the smart contract is basically written in code. You tell the computer what it will do, and it carries out this that you guys have signed. So how does a smart contract comes in place? There are different languages in which you can use this, in which this smart contract can come in place. This code, basically in blockchain, it means after creating these codes, an application that is deploying on this blockchain have this kind of a connection. They call it integration or deployment with the platform that is a smart contract platform with its own DApp on how they can communicate. So it can actually deploy its DApp using the protocols and the algorithms of that platform, which is the smart contract which it was written to communicate with the application. So with a decentralized application having a smart contract, the way it communicates with an application makes it a decentralized platform with just an application, makes it a decentralized application. And that's why they call it that. For example, Facebook trying to integrate itself to Telos. Telos is a smart contract platform. It has its own smart contract, how you can integrate itself to other applications. And Facebook also has its own protocol. It has its own algorithm of how it benefits the users, how the users go from bottom to the top with the way they get active. So it has its own protocol, but its protocol is not smart contract. Its protocol is just running on code, and its protocol can be manipulated anytime. Its protocol is mutable. It can be tampered with, but the decentralized platform cannot be tampered with. For the fact it's transparent and the codes are already embedded, they are already binding to what is written from, and for the fact that one person cannot tamper on the chain unless there is a 50% attack on the code. That's when the code start misbehaving. But for Facebook, it is being controlled by a centralized entity. So for example, Facebook is trying to integrate with Telos. So integrating with Telos, we need the smart contract to penetrate with the Facebook. So once Facebook gets deployed to Telos, it's become a DApp, a decentralized application, and everything that is done on Facebook becomes transparent and immutable because there's a smart contract being guiding and protocoling the Facebook algorithms. So this is how a smart contract works, and this is how a blockchain helps to keep things immutable and transparent. For example, as I'm making this meeting, this video calls with those attendees, I can decide to delete this whole episode, this whole thing that I've discussed. Maybe I'm lying or I'm telling the truth. I can just decide to delete it. But if Zoom is on a blockchain, it will be very hard for me to do that. I can only delete it here, but everybody can see it on chain, so that we know if I was lying and I deleted something and all of stuff. So this is how the Telos platform works, and this is where the Telos for Africa is built and born from. The Telos Africa is basically a project orchestrated to preach and spread the Telos blockchain or blockchain itself to Africans, and kind of foster adoption of blockchain to Africans. We are trying to create an African dev sooner and later. So our mission is just basically to teach blockchain, get the community engaged, build a huge communities of blockchain enthusiasts, and get what's out there and why we all can leverage the blockchain using the Telos platform. So this is what the Telos platform is. It's a platform that accepts any kind of talents. Any talents you have, you can actually bring it on the blockchain on the Telos. We have a community. You talk to the community managers. They can help you leverage your skills. So to the fourth item, we state how to leverage blockchain, how to leverage the blockchain technology. The blockchain provides a lot of solutions. The blockchain provides a lot of solutions. So we should be asking, how can we leverage blockchain technology? How can we leverage the blockchain technology? So to leverage the blockchain technology, there's nothing you can do, and there's something you can do, because you can't do anything if you don't know what you want to do. And the best way for you to do something is to know what you want to do. Confusing. Yeah. So to leverage the blockchain technology, this is a concept that I've been using to work right from the onset, right from when I got to know about right from the time I get to know about blockchain itself. So what I learned from blockchain is it's just a tech there. For example, the oil industry. When the oil arrived, there was oil well and all those stuffs, and a lot of people were just laughing why the Americans were leveraging this our mineral resources. They were leveraging this our mineral resources. We are just busy looking at them why they were taking what belongs to us. So the best way for you to leverage the blockchain technology is to find solutions to problem, because the blockchain itself provide countless of solutions. I don't know if I'm making you guys understand. I'm not rapping, guys. I'm not rapping. So, so the blockchain itself is a solution. It's a pure solution, because we know we are moving to the web age. We are moving to a digital age, and everything, if not everything, all things will be moved from just analog to digital. So everything will be based on Web 3.0. And if we want to be successful using the Web 3.0, we must know that there is something that is happening, which is the blockchain. The blockchain is an integration of the Web 3.0. And for us to find, or for us to leverage, or for us to benefit from this Web 3.0, we need the blockchain. And for the fact that the blockchain provides a lot of solutions and problems, to leverage on it is to find problems to solve with the solution, the blockchain. For example, while I want to use myself as an example actually. So I started the blockchain. I got to know about blockchain 2017. Yeah, 2017 December. No, 2017 October. And I started my journey from Steemit, and I was kind of a stupid blogger. I blog for a living and all this stuff. So I blog for a living then. So, but how much was I earning? I was earning at least $7, $6, and all those stuff, all those tiny dollars for a start. That was how I started, and I was being encouraged to do more. So started making research to blog. But at the end of this blog, when Steemit fell down, a lot of people, left Steemit. A lot of people got tired of blogging because Steemit itself wasn't paying anymore. So that is when I started thinking for a living instead of blogging for a living. Then on Steemit, I used to blog for a living, and thank God to Utopian, who actually saved my life. There's a platform on Steemit, a community on Steemit, Utopian, that actually saved my life. Actually, it was my thinking. So before, I used to blog for a living until of recent I started thinking for a living. If you don't think, you won't have ideas, and ideas brings out inspiration, and inspiration gets you and leads you to a mission for you to accomplish what you have envisioned. So I think for a living, and I saw that when Steemit was down, I needed to still keep on making this money that I was making, this at least a penny. I wanted more. I wanted more than just blogging and all those stuff. And when Steemit crashed, when the platform became useless, I came up with something called Project Atlas. I started even before Steemit crashed. I was thinking, because I kind of have this. I kind of have this feeling. I have already thought about what about if Steemit crash, and I ran away from home. For most of you that don't know, 2017 2017 when I started blogging on Steemit. And so I moved from just blogging on Steemit to the tech side of Steemit. That is the YouTube one. Started making contribution. I started making contribution. Me that was earning $7. I started earning $49, $15, $17 on a daily. It's not even on a daily, on a single post. I started making from $15 to $50 on a single post, and I write two posts a day. I always write two posts a day. I was a greedy person. So Utopian allows you to come think about an idea of a project, like to find bugs, for you to find bugs, or for you to find a solution to a bug on or on a platform or a particular application. This actually open source application. So I was greedy. I was greedy. So I needed more money. So I started pushing up, started making researches about open source application on GitHub. So I started making different different what did they call this? I started researching and I started making different contributions daily. I make two posts, and each of these two posts earn me from the range of from $39 to $50 daily. So I was greedy. I was a greedy person. I was a greedy person. I won't lie. So I started making researches. I started thinking, finding ideas how to solve bugs and all this stuff. And one day, Steemit. But even as I was thinking, then the Utopia itself got crashed or before Steemit crashed. So I started thinking, what about if there is a solution I can bring on this blockchain, possibly use this solution to leverage the blockchain technology. And then I brought out this group called I brought out this group called Project Atlas. So Project Atlas was actually a was actually Project Atlas was actually a crowd community first. It's a crowd community first. All we do is promote projects online and all the stuff. We promote projects online and tweet it on, like, kind of create God, I don't know why I'm forgetting this word. We basically do a crowd campaign. Yeah, we do a crowd campaign on Twitter. We promote this project, blockchain project. It was strictly made for blockchain projects, and we promote these campaigns on Twitter. Then we send the feedbacks to the CEO or the person who asks us to do this campaign, and then they pay us money. So I won't forget that our first, when I started this project, I invited some of our friends, two friends, and before we know, we got to 15 people that was doing this project Atlas. We got to 15 people, and we did we did a campaign for just tweeting. It's just two tweets. We just do two tweets daily. It will actually, for the first time, we started with 10 tweets daily. So we did a project for Bitflux. That was the name of the project, and they paid us with a token. And we did for Enumivo. We did also for Enumivo, and they paid us with their token. Because I normally love approaching projects, so I approached this project. I told them how we've developed a group, a crowd community that can promote their project. So we started this stuff. We started promoting, and they paid us with their token. Bitflux died, and Numevo didn't die. They paid us with 20,000, was it 20, 30,000 Numevo. Guess what? Numevo, after sharing to the whole team, I got 15,000 Numevo left. And for fast forward to 6 months or 4 months, Numevo got from just $0.000000, Numevo then went to 0.8 or 9 cents. And I calculated with my money. This thing was huge. I was like, wow, something I just did it. It was called a shitcoin then. It was called a shitcoin then. And then I have 15,000 in the Mivo. Wow. I was kind of like, man, this thing really works. Well, like it gave me more momentum for me to keep working for unknown projects, so that when they are sorry, excuse me. So I started working for unknown projects, the project that doesn't have value, the coin doesn't have value. So what I do, we just go to projects that are coming up, we do campaign for them. 5 to 6 months or 3 months, the token gets its value. And once the token gets its value, what we do, we sell. So that was how we keep, well, and the money keeps coming. And we've created a solution. We created a solution for a problem because we found out that a lot of blockchain projects, we are finding it very difficult. A lot of blockchain projects, we are finding it very difficult to promote their project outside. But with a craft community of 20 to 30 people tweeting about this this project daily, give them this kind of awareness, exposure, and they love it. And we campaign for Enumivo, Horizon. Like I just can count a lot of projects, just and it was a lot of projects, and we made some few bucks of dollars. So I started planning on how we could get a platform, just not from just being on Discord, a community on Discord that campaigns a project, to having a platform where we can register and do this thing. But unfortunately, I was carried away by another idea. So I couldn't, yeah, I appreciate you, bro. I couldn't further do the platform, but up to now, because I was actually working with other projects, I will tell you how I started working with a lot of projects too. How I started working, I've worked with Horizon, I've worked with Bitflows, I've worked with Enumivo when it comes to marketing, I've worked with Whaleshares, I've even worked with Smoke, I've worked with, I've forgotten where I've worked with. I've worked with Spence Coin, I've worked with I've worked with um Byteball. Yeah, I've worked with Byteball. I've worked with both coin. I've worked with there's this other coin. I've worked with project that I can't even remember before. Yeah, I've even worked with one chain. Yeah, I've worked with one chain too. I've worked with one chain. Um, I've worked with a lot of projects before meeting Telos, and I decided to stay on Telos for the meantime before jumping to other chains. So the best way for you, as I was saying, is to find a solution to a problem. I found a solution to a problem, which is not even basically on blockchain. The the project itself was basically not on blockchain. It was just an idea of trying to share an exposure for a particular blockchain project, upcoming blockchain project. Some paid us with dollars, some that are greedy with their tokens, and others paid us with their tokens. And we held their tokens for particular 4 to 6 months. And about three of the projects we had their tokens while promoting them grew up. The tokens that they gave us was very huge. And we found out that at the end of while we were selling it, something that we agreed on $300, sometimes $400, most times $500, depending on the day. And actually, we've worked with, oh, forgot. It just came and left. It was this popular project actually. So it just came and left. So we find out that just we agreed on $500, sometimes 300, depending on the weeks. And instead of them to pay us, sometimes they will say they want to pay us with their tokens. And after 3 months of holding their tokens, the tokens can have value from just the $300 almost to $2,000 or $3,000, which was a very gain to those that I shared tokens to and those that held the tokens. So it was a kind of a beneficial process for us. And when those stuff was going, the momentum increased in me, and from there I started approaching projects. I actually didn't read any marketing stuff in school. So in case you guys don't know, I didn't read any marketing. In fact, I haven't taken Udemy course before in my life. I have never I've never taken any course about marketing in my life. Yeah, I've never. So it's just of recent. I think 3 days ago. It's just 3 days ago that I decided to buy a course. That I decided to buy a course about. I decided to buy a course about marketing. How, like, let me add more knowledge. I've never taken any course about marketing or any stuffs about marketing. So, but I kind of build up the story that as long as I can think, and as long that there is something here, and as long that there is always a solution to every problem, that was what I carried in my mind while approaching this project. There must be something and somehow for me to find a solution to anything that anybody needs. So I approached my first project, Enumivo. I approached my first project, Enumivo. I told them I can market the Enumivo chain, and they asked me how, and I told them I can do it by meetup, sending doing campaigns and giving them huge followers and all those stuff. I actually don't know how to do those stuff. and they said, how much am I going to collect? I stated the amount, which I cannot review. So so they just said, okay, they are going to give me a try for 2 weeks. And I just sat down. I started thinking, how can I do this? So I find a solution. I find different solutions. So I brought those solutions that I found and I conjoined it together, and everything worked. And the 2 weeks, they said I should continue doing what I've done. So I did this stuff for 3 projects, which was very successful. So when I approached the next project, I didn't have to tell them I can do this, I can do that. I just tell them that this is what I can do and I can show you proof. I didn't tell them that I can do that. I just tell them this is what I can do and I can show you proof. They said, show me proof. And I just presented the proof. And they were like, wow, because I've already got a portfolio of what I've done previously. So I presented this stuff to them. This is what I've done. And they're like, wow, they gave me the stuff. And I did it the same way I did it, and it was working. What I did was working, and everything I was doing was working. I was like, oh, maybe I took this marketing stuff from where I come from the place where the sun shines in the dark. So I started taking the course, like I started doing the stuff the way I was doing it before I got to Telos. And I'm still promoting Telos socials and all the stuff, and I've still been doing all what I've been doing up to now. And that was how I have been surviving and how I started my journey, because there's no time. So I just want to quickly, I didn't tell you guys some things. So there was some challenges actually that I faced. There were a lot of challenges that I faced, but the good side is that I ran away. I told you guys, I ran away from home. I ran away from home 2018 after I met Steam in 2017, because I saw a future in blockchain. After making, I started Steam in October. So I thought I was pushing. I started streaming October 2017. December, I think December 18, I made my first $3,000. So I sold $1,000, which was at least 300K or 350K, 350K. So I was like, wow, this is a good mine. So I was kind of happy, and then I was thinking, I was like, because then I used to stay with my brother, and my brothers, they have a provision store. So they have a provision store, and I was the one managing this provision store and selling all these stuffs and all that. But I kind of saw that the provision store was holding me down. Just the 3 months after doing Steemit and learning about blockchain and the potentials that this blockchain technology have, I kind of saw that this stuff was holding me down, and I decided to run away. So I ran away with just $2,000 in my Steemit account. And guess what? I didn't touch this money while I was running away because I was scared. I was like, what if I touch this $2,000 and Steemit now would Steemit just go up to like 10,000? That's how I'll be broke. So there's this fear of selling tokens, and that was my mistake. I would have just sold these tokens and used it to settle my life, then start thinking, but I didn't. So I lost $2,000 actually. I've lost a lot of, actually, I forgot to tell you guys, I also worked for Smart Cash. I did cryptocurrency songs. Yeah, like there was a lot of stuff that I did on blockchain to actually get to where I am. I'm not actually fine, but at least I'm doing all right. So there were a lot of stuff because I market and I do blockchain songs. And I think also sometimes I go to blockchain for your internet and I can always find a solution to their problem. And they're like, how can I do it? I said, let's just give me a try. And sometimes they give me a work, like I suggest what they can do for this and this, and I give them the solution. And actually, I'm working for all weeks projects too. Like the CMO of always decentralization of e-commerce and all the stuff. And I manage, you can check always, and I manage their socials and all the stuff before, but I had to stay down because of a lot of things that I was doing. And their socials are doing very good. They have at least more than 10,000 followers on each of their platforms. More than 10,000 followers. I'm just saying more than, but it's more than 20 actually, but I'm just putting it down. More than 10,000 followers on each of the platforms. And they are on the Oryx itself, also for Beyond Bitcoin, which is a BP group that actually produce block. I work for BPs, and these projects are not Nigeria projects. They are basically for international projects. So I kind of think for a living, like other stuff. So I ran away from home. So because I saw the potentials of blockchain technology, I suffered because I have no money with me. I only have 8,000 naira. The only $2,000 that I have on my Steemit account, I forbid myself to sell I forbid myself to sell it because I was scared if the token might boo and I might lose. Unfortunately, I lost everything. But I started using my ideas. I started finding solutions to problem. So the best way for you to survive, which is the last item, how to survive in blockchain tech, is to always find a solution. Yeah. Will you me? Yeah, I even forgot. Will you me? I also work for Will you me. I also work for Will you me. I work for oh damn. Uh, I forgot. I forgot. I work for a lot of projects. In just 2 years, I worked for more than 20 projects. But I'm this guy that works underground. I work in the background. I actually don't come out on their page, but I work in the background. A lot of projects. I can't even remember some. There was this cash. Apart from smart cash, there was this also a project, Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin Cash, but it was forked from Bitcoin Cash. They use unicorn as a representation. It's a popular project. So I did a campaign for them too. Yeah, I just can't remember. So, and a lot of my teams also. I appreciate the people that believed in me from the start, from the project at last, and down to all the projects that I've been working on, be it my DAPA, Telos Tax, and the rest, blah blah, and all the stuff. Telos4africa. For those teams that have been believing me all from the start, I really appreciate those guys. 8:45. So I ran away from it because I saw the potentials of blockchain, and I started using my ideas, because a person who doesn't think is not living. So I started using my ideology to solve problems that might be regarding on blockchain. And one of the problems that I saw about blockchain technology was because of the exposure and awareness. Even up to now, a lot of projects are finding it difficult to get exposure to masses. They are finding it hard to get awareness. So if you can still think of a way to expose a project, I say that there is still a vacant for you on this blockchain space in terms of marketing. If you can always come up with how you can market a product, a project to more greater people for more visibility, there's always a spot for you. So that is a way that I've found, and even till now, because I'm building an app, me and Akwisi, Telos Tax app, which is also a way for projects to be exposed, and for all projects to also um, campaign to build their user base and all this stuff. So this is what I saw that is working for me, and I want to make sure I focus on. I want to make sure I focus on getting exposure for blockchain project, which is where I concentrate my ideas, my thoughts on, and apart from just building apps that we allow project owners, CEOs to expose their project. Any project I'm still going to be will be kind of affiliated to exposing awareness about blockchain technology. This is my own way of leveraging the technology, and everybody has an idea. Everybody is different. Everybody has their own algorithm, how their body algorithm works. So everybody has their own thoughts. So the best way for you to leverage the blockchain is to always find a solution to a problem. There are a lot of problems there. There are a lot of problems in financial sector. You don't have to be. You don't. Let me give you a tip now. There are a lot of things many people don't understand. That you don't have to be a coder. You don't have to be a programmer, a developer. You don't have to read market. You can do these things later. But if you have something here, just think. Always think about how to solve a particular thing, and don't force this thinking. You understand? That's why I said the best way to get an idea is not to even get an idea, so that the idea will metamorphose into an idea. So, so the best way for you to leverage the blockchain is to find a solution. There are a lot of solutions. There are a lot of problems in the health sector, financial sector, even this payment sector of how to accept. You don't even. Like I said, you don't even have to be a coder, a programmer. You can just wake up one morning, open a group, and say you want to start collecting. You want to start doing an OTC trade. From there, you can be making profit, and then get a builder to build this over the counter app for you. So you don't have to. Just think of an idea of a solution to leverage the blockchain. And that is how I have started and survived with the blockchain. I made my ideas work for me, and I found a solution to a problem, which is the awareness. And even up to now, there's still a spot. And I didn't take any course about blockchain technology. I read about blockchain technology actually on Google, but I didn't take course on marketing on all this stuff. But it might be my gift of trying to like I have this gift of adapting and thinking of things. So I think for a living. I think that's all for that. So if you have a question, that is how I started and how I survived up to now. We are still growing, and we still pray that God should give us more ideas. God should give us more ideas to use our thoughts to leverage the blockchain, or give us more ideas on how we can find solution to problems that are on planet using the blockchain on this earth using the blockchain technology. So you can always think of an idea. So if anybody has question, we have 10 minutes. I can use 10 minutes to answer your question, and like possibly 8 minutes to answer any question. And if you drop your question on the drop your questions on the chat, and I will answer at least anyone that is answerable, so we can go on from there. So don't forget that this webinar will be done every Wednesday by not only me, by my team, and we also will be inviting more individuals to, like a guest, to come and teach us their own experience. The people we'll be inviting will be solely those that are more acquainted with the blockchain technology, how they've survived, and possibly how they survived, how they've been coping, and skills acquisition, how they can teach people like designing, marketing, and all this stuff. I'm basically not good with marketing, like teaching marketing, but I'm basically good with telling people how I started and how I survived with marketing projects. So that's my own forte. So that's what I might, on next Wednesday, another team member or a guest might come to teach us something, one or two things about blockchain. But we just want the best way for all of us here to leverage the blockchain and how we can survive with the blockchain technology, which is a growing giant in that is an upcoming growing giant in the world today. So the best way for us to like utilize this technology is what we are looking for. So I'll start answering questions now. The best way to get an idea is not to have an so that the idea can okay, I picked three things tonight. Thanks, Marsha. You finally answered my questions. Okay, thank you, Chinedu. I think it's Udeze for coming. I really appreciate you guys for coming. I really appreciate you guys. And Bookings, please take note please. Sorry, my throat. I should have kept what I had. Please take note of everyone that came to the webinar today. Take note of everyone that came to the webinar today. We are going to teach them some Telos for coming, for being in the first, webinar, which I know actually I paid for the webinar stuff, but I couldn't get the webinar screen because of I need to contact the sales representative. So, and it's going to take time, but next time it's going to be better. So take note and take the names of those that came. At least you can share 50 Telos to them probably tomorrow for coming, and we appreciate you guys for turning up mostly for every of our activities. We appreciate. Thank you guys. So answering the questions, thank you, Daisy. I'm glad that I answered your question. If there is any more question about how to start, survive ideas, how to like think of ideas, there's a way I can teach people how to think of ideas, which I might discuss anytime that I will be in a webinar. There's a way that I've been using to think of ideas, how I actually think of things. I can explain it, but it's going to take a whole time, which we don't have. So, okay. Okay, I shouldn't forget such golden nuggets. Okay, I see. Benjamin, I want to appreciate you so much for today's motivation. Yeah, thank you. What's your thought on technical writing for crypto projects? From Kariwe Alikwe. Yeah, my thought on technical writing is that it has its own gain, its own benefits. If in two things, if you're writing for the right projects and if you're writing for the right audience. So how does this work? people that write technical stuff about projects can leverage the project more than anything, because they can turn around the times of event, they can turn around any event anyhow they want to. When they are very good, if you're very good with writing technical stuff, you can turn around any event to your own benefit or to the audience benefit. How? If for you to leverage the technology like blockchain itself, because you're writing about blockchain, the tech, and first of all, I will advise you to join a project that writes like Cointelegraph. Just as an example, there are also other platforms that do technical analysis for blockchain. But join a team so that you can build a portfolio that you've worked for serious stuff. You understand? Maybe you can just do it for like 3 months, then get your own website, which is very important. Then at the about page of yourself, your website, you can put it that I have worked for so stuff. I was a team. I was a team of so stuff. I was a team for social stuff. It helps. Why does it help? It helps because it's kind of improve how people sees you. Like it kind of changes how people see you. Like you are not a first timer. You've worked with so it's a portfolio, kind of building a portfolio. So when they are reading your website, your stories on your website, your articles on your website, they kind of see you differently. Like this guy he has been writing. And so if people are aware that you've worked with other people writing this stuff on you have your own blog, they will appreciate it more and they will want to read it more. It might be their favorite blog spot, and it might be their favorite blog spot. So for you writing on crypto projects, how can you like, because a lot of people now, there are a lot of writers on blockchain, and how can you be different from writing? Oh, there's somebody waiting here. So how can you be different from other writers of um, crypto projects, of writing on crypto projects? For you to be different with other people, you just have to not follow what people want. The best way for you to be the best is for you to always cause confusion. It sounds crazy, but for a writer, the best way for you to really blossom is not to write like the conventional ways where people write about blockchain, like blockchain is so stuff, so stuff. Yeah, you can write about blockchain is this, what people know, like what we've heard, what people know, you understand. Then at the end of your story, tell them that blockchain might not even be a saving grace or a safe having like Bitcoin. You're writing like, for example, you're making an analysis for Bitcoin. You're telling them Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer digital electronic cash, and it's going to be used with it will be integrated to different commercial e-commerce platform. It will be integrated to a different e-commerce platform, and it doesn't need that intermediaries and low fees and all this stuff. At the end of the day, try to create a confusion at the last part, so that when people are happy reading that stuff, you give them something to think about, and they start commenting, why do you say so? And then you're getting distraction, cause confusion, make your articles be confusing to people, even while they understand this stuff. This is how to create your own niche on how you write your stuff, like how to get acceptance, how to get traction. You can't just write like the conventional way people write. Create an unprecedented post, cause confusion, and you see that your technical analysis and the way you write stuff will pick up. And that's why I've forgotten this guy that normally crucify Bitcoin and all those stuff. He writes article, kind of praise it. I kind of read one of his article. He praised Bitcoin and kind of sees Bitcoin as not a safe haven. So this stuff, anybody that is a Bitcoin lover, we kind of wants to like fight this guy. And when people start fighting you, you start getting acceptance by those that loves your article, the way you say the truth and all the stuff. So that's how I see my thoughts on people that write technical articles for crypto projects. I think I have answered that question, and if there's any other things you can point it out. That is in my own opinion how I see it, and how you can leverage and how you can create traction with your own ways of writing um, analysis for crypto projects. That's if I write technical articles, this is what I will do. This is what I will do because this is what I believe might create awareness for me. Question from DY: how can one grow his or her network in the blockchain sphere? Okay, how can one grow his or her network in the blockchain sphere? When back in 2009, 2010, 2011, excuse me, it is very difficult for you to grow your network because there were no applications. But ever since Steemit being the first social decentralized applications, there were a lot of ways for you to build your network. So, but the network we are saying, is it on a decentralized application or an application such as Twitter? So if it is on a decentralized application like Waveshares and all those stuff, basically is commenting on other people's posts. You guys, I don't think there's even a way to grow your network on there's a way to grow your network on decentralized application because everybody there is networking. So everybody there is like a friend, a kind of decentralized family, if I may say. So but in the aspect of Twitter and all those stuff, for you to become a decentralized a kind of grow your network in the blockchain sphere is for you to always, like, if you are in like estimate, blog blog and write about blockchain, your love for blockchain, and create a perception that many people doesn't believe in, a perception, your own perception, and always keep to that perception. A lot of people always see me as this guy that normally say a place where the sun shines in the dark. That's my own perception when I want to make everybody laugh. A place where the sun shines in the dark is my own. Always create your own slogan, your own perception towards how you see blockchain, and use it to draw friends in the network, in that blockchain network. On Twitter, change your bio, tell them what you do for blockchain, whether you're a blockchain enthusiast, and you can make a funny comment like, I can buy Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency added with my last penny. You see that word, buying Bitcoin or buying Telos with my last penny. Any Telos followers or any Bitcoin maximalists that sees this stuff, we immediately know that you are a hardcore of Bitcoin. So technically, you've gotten a friend from just writing something. Change your bio about, and your bio should be about blockchain, and create something funny at the end, a slogan. On my page, you see the things that I do on blockchain, and I just said, I think for a living. That can draw attention. Like, what does this dude mean by I? It might necessarily not draw everybody, but at least some people that are smart might be like, why does this guy say I think for a living? You don't work. It's you they do. You just think for a living. You understand? So create a slogan. I can actually decide to say, I can buy Telos with my last penny. That comment itself will drag any Telosians, anybody following Telos to follow me, because they have seen that I'm a hardcore of Telos. So to grow your network, you just have to be somebody to network with, somebody that is fun to, when like growing a blockchain network, you have to be kind of somebody that they see, that they can laugh, somebody that they can learn from, and somebody that they can ask questions from, and somebody that actually points out what a hardcore, a maximalist of that particular cryptocurrency looks like, and all this stuff. So that's my own perception. Everything I'm saying here is my opinion, and possibly might not be right, but at least it's what have been working for me. And funny enough, I have grown. I have helped. I have helped a lot of. I've helped a lot of. I've helped a lot of blockchain projects gain followers. But it's funny that I only have 1,000. I only have 1,000 followers. Kind of odd. That's how it is. Oh, Chinedu is Grace Hayes. Oh. My bad. Sorry. Can a copywriter excel in the blockchain industry? Yeah, of course. After funny messages, guy, I go run. I go run. No. Can a copyright excel in the blockchain industry? Yes. If you had come in the time of Utopian, Utopian, Utopian was a community on blockchain. If you had come during the time of Utopian, I said you would have made a whole lot of bucks. Like when I'm in bucks, $100 in just one day for just copywriting. You can just go to a project, copyright a project, submit your what you've done. It's very easy. Like, but then Utopia has already dissolved and it doesn't work the way people sees it again. Like everything about Utopia's team, it has gone now. There for the copywriting, I think you are part of Telos reports and you do copyright in Telos reports. So there is a way, there is always a way for copywriters, but I haven't really dig deep in this aspect. But there are a lot of projects looking for copywriters. A lot of projects. I've come across some. There are lots. It's not. There are lots. As some copywriters are still like, I think, content creators. They just do proofread, and there's I won't lie. You can excel in the blockchain industry with copywriting. There is also a platform where you can ask for job opportunities. I've forgotten, if anybody knows the platform, you can put it. I've forgotten the name of the website where you can like put yourself up for, list yourself. Is it Hive? Working Hive? So I've forgotten. I can share it later, but I've forgotten. You can actually go there and say you're a copywriter. You're looking for, yeah, I can identify. Yeah, you can just write their name and ask people that participated to follow up. So you can actually go there and put yourself as you're a copywriter. I promise you, a lot of blockchains are looking for copywriters, and make sure that you must be good. You must be a good copywriter before you ask for blockchain projects to, and always have a portfolio so you can show them what you've done, what you previously done. So to the next one. Okay, good. Okay. Chinedu Azubike said, what are some of your key project marketing strategies? Okay, first, first of all, I kind of find a solution, because everything is always about solution. For example, I find, first of all, I kind of look how, what are the projects, what is the project industry? For example, let me say I'm marketing for a financial project. My target would be to the banks, because if it's a financial project, definitely it's a DeFi, a decentralized finance. It's a decentralized finance. So where is DA? Sorry, I got to meet you. So first of all, the first number of stuff is for me to first look in the industry that it belongs to. The second, the second one is to channel the energy to the people that needs this most, like the financial sectors, because I'm dealing with a DeFi project. So my dealings will be to the financial sectors. And the second one is to use what I have to get what I want, like using the the branding of that project to attract, using the branding of that project to attract those that I want to attract. Like when I was marketing um, for all weeks, we did an airdrop. The airdrop went a long way, and we oh sorry, they just took my light. So yeah, so sorry. So I actually channeled the head drop to comment about to comment about the project that I was targeting. I use, when I work on Twitter, I kind of use mostly hashtag to run what I want to do. Okay, guys, please just give me 1 second. We already through with the stuff, but I just want to just give me 1 second to on the gen. Hello. No, not on it. Let me Okay, sorry guys. So basically I channeled the headdrop. I tell them to tag so person, and while tagging those people, they should use hashtag finance, hashtag so company that I'm attacking, so they can see what we are doing. And sometimes most of them support us, and most times some of them doesn't support us. So the three strategies that I use is, first of all, locate, then someone, then create the awareness. So that's what I've been using. Emmanuel Bukun. Okay, that's what I've been using. So I locate. First of all, I observe, locate, then I share the awareness to those people that I'm targeting. A blockchain project gender-based. Any female project marketer or ambassador hired. A blockchain project gender-based. Any female project marketer or ambassador hired. Yeah, I used to be an ambassador for Horizon, and I used to be an ambassador for Smart Cash. I used to be an ambassador for, I think, one chain. Yeah, yeah, I used to. Yeah, I used to. So I think you can be hired, and there is a program coming on Steemit. I said on Steemit on Telos, where there will be there will be an ambassadorship, a kind of ambassadorship program, and you get paid something. They are thinking about that stuff, but I don't know if they will get that stuff to fruition. But if that will happen, I will share it to the community for anybody that wants to be an ambassador of Telos. But for now, I don't know. And for female marketers, yeah, if you're very good, you can actually approach a project and tell them, this is what I do, this is what I can do for you. Give me a try. And the best way for you to get a project and for them to believe you on a project, let me give you this tip. All the projects that I've worked for, I didn't ask for payment. I actually approach them and tell them I want to work for them for free for 1 week. I used to tell them I want to work for you guys for 1 week. If I'm not good, then I've done a free job. And they'll be like, everybody likes free things, right? So they'll be like, do your stuff, and I do my stuff, and they like it, and then they said, okay, this is the amount I can pay you. Actually, we've done a lot of free stuff. I've done a lot of free stuff, but all the free stuff, actually, they normally pay me after seeing what the values that I can add. But I normally approach you with, let me do a 1 week free stuff, and if it's good, you pay me. If it's not good, then that's over. And always try, don't be too money inclined. Before you start being money inclined, make sure you build a kind of a hub of portfolios. Build your portfolios very strong so that when you approach them and you give it to them, because this is a decentralized project, nobody cares about what you are. Most of these projects are just decentralized. So you just have to like be decentralized like them. Take risk. Show them that I can work. Show them that you have a potential. And the best way for you to show them your potential is that I can sacrifice so stuff for me to prove that I can do this. So that's one tip that I have learned from marketing, because most of the project I approach, I normally go to there and tell them this is what I can do in 1 week, and they give me a go ahead. And definitely I normally come back with a good result. So you can also approach, if you're a very good marketer, if you are a very good female project marketer, you are being needed. Like actually, you can manage. Females are mostly good with marketing, with managing Twitter. A lot of females manage Twitter. If you even the Telos Twitter, I'm not the one managing the Telos Twitter. I actually handed it to Stella Bella. So you can always manage the Telos Twitter. I say you can always manage the project Twitter account. So you understand. They are looking for even female marketers actually. Yeah, it's not gender based. It's decentralized, so definitely it's not gender based. Anybody can actually come and work for any project as long as you have something to give. As long as you have something to offer, you're always welcome. I don't believe there's a gender bias on blockchain project. Yeah, the ladies who are interested are good at what they do always. At what they do, always get jobs and tax. Yeah, you're right, Musu or Motunde. I like that, doing things differently and causing confusion. Yeah, that really works because it has worked for me sometimes when I cause confusion. Yeah, when I cause confusion for some project, it works. Bukuns, thanks for the new nickname. Okay. Okay. You can grow your network by attending meetups, making friends, asking questions from blockchain peeps, offer your services to blockchain peeps too. Yeah, I'm sorry that I missed the meetup part. I thought the question was basically for these social networks and all the stuff. I I actually forgot the physical networks. You can actually risk your own money in organizing a meetup. I think I've done a kind of I kind of did a meetup with Agbona one certain time, and I paid for that meetup without the backings of any project. I actually paid some couple of funds, so we did a joint meetup just for me to like present, just like for me to present. So I had to pay the price, but I was actually I was actually representing a project that didn't pay me. But after doing what I did and sending them the feedback, they paid me. So I have taken a lot of risk. I have taken a lot of risks actually. So you can actually create, you don't have to wait for meetups. You can actually do your own meetups. You can actually do your own meetups. That works. It works. So you can grow your network by then assume you creating your own meetup, inviting people, and you speaking on that platform. Definitely, it will expose you to more blockchain lovers, and people will want to get to know you if you speak, if what you are speaking is true and related to blockchain. So they will want to know you. So this works. Physical meetups and organizing your own physical meetups, it works. Thank you, Mo, for answering that. Thank you. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. EOS jobs, EOS jobs, EOS jobs. Yeah, higher vibes. Yeah, yeah, higher vibes. Yeah, you can go check higher vibes, and you will see a lot of openings that you can take. My voice, I'm losing my voice actually. I'm very sorry, guys. It is what it is. The ambassador and person in charge of Telos Network is Suvi, and she's a lady. No, Suvi is not the ambassador. Suvi is the CEO of Telos Foundation. Telos is a decentralized blockchain, but the TF, the Telos Foundation, is a body, is a network body that sees to it that the right marketing strategy and branding is used for Telos related awareness or exposure. Blah blah blah. I never know what I spoke, but it's just a kind of body that helps with anything marketing and for creating a brand for Telos project. So Telos doesn't have any CEO. Telos is a decentralized project, but in that decentralized project, they formed a body, which is the Telos Foundation, which sees to every branding and marketing strategy being used to promote Telos. So Suvi is the CEO, is a woman leader in a blockchain. She's the CEO of the Telos Foundation. Why Telos Network doesn't have a CEO? Everybody's a CEO in the main Telos Network. Okay. Yeah, I think I've answered all questions. There's no more questions here. Uh, yeah, no more questions. Thank you guys for coming, and I hope you guys learn you learn one or more two things and all this stuff. I hope you learn stuff. I hope you learn something, and so I hope you guys learned something, and I'm very happy. Yeah, God bless you. God bless everyone for attending. And if you attended on WhatsApp, please share your screenshot to Bukun so that we can share an appreciation for those that came here. We really appreciate you guys. And I'm very happy to talk about how to start and survive with blockchain tech. The best way for you to survive is to find a solution to a problem. And there are a lot of solutions out there to a lot of problems that are on earth. See you guys next time. See you guys next on the next webinar. Peace. See you in the place where the sun shines in the dark. Bye, guys.